2035. A cautionary tale. The air on my birthday felt thin and stale, infused with a smoky sweetness from the furnaces. A fitting tribute to a world that had lost its breath. It was Wednesday, January the 17th, 2035, and I was marking another year in a world I barely recognized. The population had plummeted to 3 billion, a grim echo of the 1960s, a decline achieved with a destructive accuracy never before seen in peacetime. They called it progress, a new era of global unity. We call it the Great Reduction. The first whispers of it began in the 2020s, cloaked in promises of safety and stability. This was a different kind of war, a war against the people themselves, spun by propaganda and swallowed whole by the vast majority. The media, once a vibrant chorus of diverse voices, became a single, monotonous chant, drowning out any dissent with a tidal wave of carefully crafted narratives. Despite the warnings of books like 1984 and from President Eisenhower's cautionary words about the military-industrial complex, coincidentally, on my third birthday in 1961, people latched on to the narrative they were sold. The fear-mongering and propaganda worked, and people were too afraid to ask questions for fear of being ostracized, criticized, and ridiculed. We became suspicious of each other, policing our own neighbors and friends. Protest of any sort was outlawed, along with free speech. The 21st century Gestapo would come knocking and make their arrest with no questions asked. I looked at my reflection in the cracked window pane. My face, usually full of life, was a mask of resignation. The world was a hollowed out shell of its former self, filled with people too afraid to speak, too broken to fight. And as I blew out the candle on my solitary birthday cake, I made a wish, not for happiness or for peace, but for the one thing we had all forgotten, the courage to remember what we had lost.